Question: does the thought of an impending brand new year bring about brand new money fear? Let's talk about it. Back in a minute. Hey, good morning. Good morning. This is Jan from New York City. My channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. Welcome to the Instant Coffee with Jan show. How's everybody doing today? Hope that this audio video, finds everybody doing well as always. I definitely have my hot cup of Joe with me because it is a little chilly. Just saying, literally we are a couple of days of that turn of the page, the beginning of a new year, watching the revelers every single year at Times Square as the ball drops. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, it's fun. Yes, it's merriment. Yay, yippee, woo. Then the next day you get to sit around and watch marathons if you fortunate enough to have that time or whatever, and just chill out with your family and all the good stuff. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, just like that, back to work and back to regular business. I want to say this to you. This audio video was inspired by the JB Breaks Free channel because recently he did a video about the post holiday blues. If you've never heard of his channel, I strongly suggest you get there. And I'm going to include that particular video in the description box below and also in the comment section. So you could find it as a pinned post. I strongly suggest that you get over there because this is a subject that I have to say has never, ever, ever been addressed. I have never heard of anyone else doing this. If it has, I can't watch every video on YouTube, but I don't recall it. In the history of me watching videos on YouTube, I have never heard anyone address that subject. So thank you, JB, for it. As I listened to it, I recognize something. What makes some people, not all, what might make some people not, let's just say, not too thrilled about beginning a new year. It can be scary because sometimes we look ahead and say, well, what's in for us next? The last few years in general have been challenging and rough to so many people, to say the least. But take heart. I want to let you know that, believe it or not, when it comes to the area of financials, there is definitely something we can do about it. You see, that's the thing. I mean, I know there are a lot of people that maybe have a different opinion about budgeting, and it's totally, totally fine. Whatever works, for that person, persons, or families. I get it. But for some people, we regard budgeting as sort of kind of like a little bit of a roadmap, okay? And maybe one time in the future, maybe somebody doesn't need to feel the need to sit down and budget, but that is actually an entirely different show. I want to talk to you today about fear. What kind of fear? The new year, new fear thing. Sometimes the new year brings on new fears. You don't know what you're going to get in the mail, especially some people that might have gotten caught up with being, very generous of heart and getting caught up with the music, the lights, the hype, the sounds, the commercial ads in general in life, just saying. And sometimes they think with their cards more than other things, just saying. Then the reality is some people fear walking up to that mailbox in the very near future just to see what their credit card bill may look like. Yikes. Okay. But if you know that already, why wait till then? Do what you can to obtain, what you need to pay off. And always, always, always try never to charge if you don't have the funds to cover it, you just don't buy it. But that's a separate show. But that could be part of the fear. Let's go on to another part of the fear. Well, fear is like, as they say, false experiences appearing to be real, if I'm not mistaken. False experiences appearing to be real, FEAR. Let's think about that. Sometimes we superimpose our own fears. Sometimes we talk ourselves into fear. Like, for example, some people, they fear making a speech. They don't like public speaking, for example. They're afraid they're going to make a mistake. Um, a lot of people live with this reality, and meantime the person or persons have so much good stuff to offer, so much good stuff to offer. I look at it this way: as far as mistakes go, if you're going to write down a list of what you fear, matter of fact, I strongly suggest taking a minute and maybe writing down about 3 to 5 fears you may have. Some people say, I don't fear anything. Well, good for you. God bless you. But I would say that the majority of people, if they really think about it, they may be fearing a little more than zero, maybe at the very least one or two. Okay. One of the most common reasons why people fear public speaking is because they're afraid of being embarrassed by making a mistake. I have this trick. If I make a mistake, I admit it and I laugh at it and I move on. That's it. I admit it, I laugh at it and move on. I don't let that mistake, ruin the whole thing that I've prepared my work for. Don't do that, because we're all human and all human beings make mistakes. So we can at least get rid of that fear. Okay. Then, of course, is the reality fear. Is the refrigerator going to break down? How can I afford this? How can I afford that? Those are the things that are kind of like good fears, because we can conquer that. We can conquer that by having certain remedies in place ahead of time. And as the beginning of the new year approaches, we'll get more into more specific details about things like that. Let's say in a few shows in the upcoming weeks ahead. So that's what we'll be working with in that area. So that definitely sometimes the new year brings on new year, new cheer, but sometimes the new year brings on new year, new fear. And by the way, I'm just curious to know who out there does New Year's resolutions. Anybody out there do New Year's resolutions? When I was much younger, I would say that, oh, yes, this year it's going to be this. All these specificities. I rather call it not a resolution. I, Janet, would rather call it perhaps a goal, perhaps a goal. Okay. And I have learned something as I've gotten older, now that I hit that beautiful age of 64. You know something? It's true. As you get older, you gain wisdom. It is true from all the life experiences. You know what I'm looking for this year? Last year, my word focus was on simplicity. This year, the word is going to be, ta-da, I'm going to reveal my word for 2023 on this broadcast. I bet you're wondering what that word could be. First of all, let me ask you, do you have a word that you would like to describe for what you're looking for in 2023? My word is improve or improvement, which is the same thing. Improvement. Let's just call it improvement. So some days I may say improve, some days I may say improvement. I say improvement. Last year was simplicity. This year it's going to be improvement. I want to improve, increase my improvement in anything that matters to me in my life. Okay. Like JB says on his show, getting 1% better every day. I like that, because if you take 1% every single day, we have 365 days out of the year. If a person got 1% better every single day for 365 days a year, that is a whole lot of what? Improvement. Hello. So for me personally, that's the word I'm picking as my word of the year for me is improvement. So here's a challenge for you if you'd like to do it. Write down 3 things or less or more, whatever works for you, that you might be fearing. All personal answers. You don't tell me. You just write it down for yourself. Okay. Do not share that here. Just write it down for yourself. That's personal information. But write it down for yourself. What do you fear? Next, write down what you may consider just one word for you. You could also take improvement. You could also take simplicity, whatever your word may be. I am curious to know. Please let me know about this in the comment section below. And by the way, if you found value in this video, don't forget to smash down the like button, and don't forget to head on over to the JB Breaks Free channel. And I'm wishing everybody an amazing, fantastic day. Take good care now. Bye bye.